The current spoiler level warning is green.
Friends and folks, for this episode, you're looking at a spoiler warning level of green. We're talking about machines from the anime Granbelm, which is a magical girl mecha anime. Kind of sounds sick as hell, to be honest. I haven't seen it. And we have some spoilers for the show, but of course, it not being a Gundam show, not part of the main project here, we don't consider it to be a main spoiler. So if you are sensitive to Granbelm spoilers, perhaps take a pause on this one, but otherwise, please enjoy the episode. Hello friends and folks, and welcome back to another episode of Mechanista NG, and we're back to Request O'Clock. I'm Six Detmar.
I'm Dylan.
We have this here dice box, and do you have a wish?
No. What? What do I do? I don't have input. It's a request episode. I don't have any input.
Okay, I mean, no, but you can hope something happens. That's allowed.
I guess. But if my whims and wishes will have no effect on the outcome.
You don't know that.
I mean, I guess I don't, but I presume it wouldn't.
Probably won't, but you know.
Well, I don't have anything in mind.
Let me see. I have some requests that were given to me that I haven't added. I'm trying to remember where I'm storing them, which is to say where I received them. I might have to work on that after this, because I think if I start messing with tabs too much, OBS is going to get mad. Well, I can try one location that I might not have looked. Yes. Okay, I found it. All right. Great. Well, might not be relevant because it's one person's request, and I just roll and see whose requests we're taking today. Oh, I gotta remove this one from the list because that person's request has already been covered. They had one request and we did it, which means I go on to the next one. Ooh, okay. All right. They've got two items here.
Okay. Who's the request from?
This is going to be a request from Mel.
Okay.
Thank you for the request, Mel. Mel of the podcast Ultra Q. Friend of ours. I don't know if it's friend of yours. Friend of mine and Kyrie's,
Yeah.
But
acquaintance for me.
Yes. Oh, gosh, I got to scoot this back, and there we go. That time. Okay. It was an evens or odds situation, and so, alright, go to this, and then, you're probably gonna get this, huh? Oh well. I say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, what? Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. I just was like, what?
Here you go.
Oh, is this the, why am I... It's from Granbelm.
That's correct.
What is the name of it? I don't remember the name of it. It's the main machine from Granbelm. Is it the Lily?
It is the White Lily.
White Lily, okay. It's like flower. Flower was in my head. Lily, okay. Yeah, alright, this is a fun one. I like the Granbelm designs. So, yeah, alright. So, this is the White Lily from Granbelm. I forget, did we cover any other Granbelm designs?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think this is our first Granbelm friend.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was...
Obviously, if you have superior documentation, please feel free to bust it out.
I do not, because there's not actually, like, art books or anything for this. I have a couple of setting arts, and I have, like, a couple of little things that I could share, but I don't have anything too ridiculous. I was trying to pull up Anime News Network. They should have the mecha designer listed on there. Okay, yes, right. Technically, it would be Armanox designer is what I'm looking for. Right, it looks like it's probably Jimmy Stone, I believe, is the name of the artist who did that. This is a pseudonym, I believe, but I don't know for sure.
Sure.
Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Oh no, is he just Jimmy Stone? Okay, I just assumed that was a... I don't know, Jimmy Stone just sounded like a pseudonym, but that might be his name? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not finding a lot of information. You know, I'm finding some things here and there, but not enough to really know too much. Oh, you know what? You know what? Here's I found the Twitter page for Jimmy Stone, who's worked on a number of other things. Here's Jimmy.
That's Jimmy. Jimmy. All right. So yeah. I don't know why Jimmy Stone just read as a pseudonym to me, because it doesn't sound like I mean, I guess Stone is a real last name. I don't know. It just is funny to me. I just got caught off guard by Jimmy Stone.
And the other thing is, it's an anime, and it is an unusual name for someone who lives in Japan.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah. Anyway. Alright, so yeah. The designs in Granbelm are kind of fun. They remind me a lot, just before we get into talking about it, of stuff like, what is it, like Granzort and whatnot? It has like, have you ever seen Granzort?
Nope.
Okay, 1 second. Basically, like, there was like a small period in the late 80s where you had these, like, SD designs, but also, like, not quite SD designs. Like, here's the Granzort. Just a page from that. Now the Granzort is funnily a bit taller, but it's, you know, like, it's like a semi-SD, not quite SD thing. Or the other one I was thinking of is the designs from Wataru, the various Wataru series, which even more so remind me of these, especially because the designs on Wataru are so wide. Let me pull up a design from that, for instance. Hold on. Oh, right, Machine Hero. Alright, here we are. Here's, like, one of the Ryujin Maru. I believe this is from the newer show, but you know what I mean? Like, this kind of short, stocky, wide guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Granbelm's designs reminded me of. Which is a design style I really like that isn't really common in the modern day, other than things like Wataru that get modern shows where it is grandfathered in. But yeah, anyway. So, for the White Lily here, starting with the head. Very tall head, almost a Pope hat situation going on. The head has like a thick edge on the front of it, and then you've got on either side a like a little gold embellishment on the face of the frontal faces of the head, or the hat, I should say. You've got a forehead, like a big forehead gem located. It's like in a sectioned off area below the hat. Like there's like a deep groove, and then it's got this little brim going forward that then has the jewel on top. You have what would almost be like Vulcans on a lot of designs, like these little pods on the sides of the head. They have little holes on the front. They are like this gold color. It's weird because it's like not really. It's like, because even on the model you can see it's not really like gold. It's like it's
like metallic yellow.
It's all like a metallic yellow, which, you know, my brain goes, oh, that's gold, but no, it's like much brighter than you would expect a gold to be. And then coming out of the back of each of these little Vulcan pod-looking parts on the head is like these pair of energy wings. You've got two pink wings that like stick out of the back. There's a larger wing up top and then a smaller one below. You then have two little like holes that serve to look like vents on the bottom of this head part, just on the sides cheek area. The face is very inset. You do have a separate mask and chin, very, Gundam style in terms of that layout. Though the area for the eyes, the whole area for the eyes is like inset and darkly colored. So you've got like mostly like you have a lot of black space in between each eye, and then you've got these really large golden eyes in there too, or metallic yellow eyes in there, I should say. When you go to the torso, you've got a midsection that is white with some gold design parts on the very front of it. You then have some, like, the pectoral areas are in sort of it's not really black, it's like a, kind of like that navy, like, kind of a new Gundam navy blue.
Yeah.
Like that specific really dark blue.
But still clearly blue, yeah.
There's one extra little plate of armor on the midsection above, or in front of, a big red orb in the middle of the torso. And then the sides of the torso, you've got these big spikes jutting forward. Not like huge or anything, but like little spiky armor bits jutting around for the sides of the torso. Then for the shoulders, really huge shoulders, very wide out there. You've got like a front plate that is almost like almost like a teardrop shape, maybe is a good way of describing it, but a bit more angular. And then you've got these large pink jewels in there that almost, like, when you're looking at it, like, almost look like a giant pair of eyes. Then you've got, in between the front and back plates, the back plates are the same design, just without the jewels, and then in between the plates, you've got this really large upper piece that juts out really far, ends in a point, at the, I want to say not quite the halfway, like at the 1/3 mark of it, it also has this, like, opening, facing the inside, like, where it, like, pops up and just has this, like, big opening there, which is cool looking. I can't really describe the biceps because they're so inset, but you can see a little bit of, like, armor underneath there. I can't tell if the armor is gray or if that's just shadow there. It's a little hard to tell. Let me pull up the...
It looks gray to me.
Motoroid. I was just gonna pull up the Motoroid real quick because that is, like, one of the few kits that this got. Yeah, it's in that, should say it's in that blue gray that the torso has, it looks like. You can see it a bit better here with here it is posed with another design from the show. There we go. This is like funnily this is like the best angle to see it, but you can see it's like it's actually got like it's almost like a bunch of bellowed discs going down for the bicep. You can kind of see in there. But yeah,
you can also see there the sword, which I've got another picture to show in a bit, but it's shown sometimes in the show as just having like a blue, like a beam saber looking thing, but sometimes it has this, and I haven't seen it.
Probably
the show,
uses
so
both.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Then moving on to the lower arms. The lower arms are white armor. You've got these really big metallic yellow elbow pieces that, like, go up really far over the joint and everything, like, from the side. Then you've got, like, an extra layer of white armor as you go down the forearms. And this this, like, bottom layer of armor has an arrangement of 3, shiny, like, pink lights. You have some in the out. You have a large one in the outer wrist in this big, sort of diamond-shaped, rounded diamond-shaped, like, embedded area. And then you've got two smaller ones, one on the front and one on the back. Or, actually, do you have them, or is it only on the front?
I think it's only on the front.
No, okay, that's because, okay, this is just a Motoroid thing. I think if you look at the front and back of the Motoroid, it has the same design on the front and back, it's just,
Oh, it just doesn't fill it in it's very dark.
It's very dark, it's not super filled in. I mean, it is,
I see.
This is a small model, and then that's an even smaller area, so I kind of get why, but yeah. Plus, it is deeply embedded on the show art. It's just, it also glows, which you can't necessarily do on a model kit. I mean, you could put an LED in there, but, you know, they're not going to do that on a Motoroid. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the hands, you have hands, very pointy hands, very armored looking, in white armor, going all the way to the fingertips. The fingertips actually have, like, this, big covering of, like, more white armor, which is kind of, I just think is fun over the, final digit on each finger and the thumb. For the waist, you've got a crotch piece with a, like, edge on the front of it. Also has a gold design on the left and right faces of it, to the side of either edge. Then that just goes and ends in, like, a sort of rear skirt that is, you know, just pointy with, like, an opening on the back. Then you have the side skirts, which are, can't tell if they're side skirts or if they're just maybe attached to the top of the leg, is maybe a better way of describing them, but the front one is, you got, like, a point going down and a point going to the side, so, like, the front and side is, like, one piece, and then there's a big opening on the front of that, and then on the back, there's, like, an extra, like, long, swept back point, on either side, going towards the back. And then the thighs are in that, you know, navy blue color that the chest has and the heels have and the arms have. You have, for the lower leg, these really tall, like, knee parts going higher up than the skirt, actually. Is how high up they go. And those also have a large pink, like, diamond piece inside of them. And then for the lower legs, like in the feet, you've got, like, a bit of ankle guard going around the front, and then the foot, you've got, like, a white toe piece with this, it's the navy blue heel, and it's got this very interesting shape for the heel. It's almost like, it's not quite a blade, but, like, it is an edge going on with the back of it there, you know? You can see it on the back there. It's a cool shape for it. And then for the quote-unquote backpack, not really much of a backpack, it's sticking into the back of the torso. So the back of the torso ends in a large point, and then coming off of the back of it, you have these two, like, thruster pods that you can see have, like, an open mode, and inside of them, more of the pink diamond designs going on that are all over the, you know, or the pink gem design going on all over this design. It looks really cool. And yeah, so it is the White Lily. This is the main character's Armanox. The Armanox is so... This is a show that has been on my watch list forever, and I have watched the first episode a couple of times, because I almost watched it when it was going to be seasonal, and then the problem was, I just don't watch seasonal shows, like, as they are airing. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait till it's done now. I would, like, watch the first episode, this looks neat, I'll wait till it's done. And then the problem is there's a billion anime out there, and I just never got around to it. But from what I remember, the control mechanism is really cool. Let me find it real fast. So here's our main pilot for it. The way they are controlled is, even though, you know, they are in a cockpit, seemingly, they have a bunch of strings extending out from their fingers like a marionette. And I just think that's an extremely cool design for it. Like, the strings are, you know, when she first goes into it, they show her above it and then all the strings going into it. But then, of course, she goes inside of it, but still is controlling it seemingly via the strings.
The Vulcans there make it look like it's a bug-eyed frog.
Yeah.
It's like, bring it back.
Oh, sorry. Wait, no!
Oh, that's
there
cool.
We go.
Open, surprised mouth.
And then you can see inside the cockpit, she still has the wires all connected. And then I like the way, like, she can see the arms, but it makes the other parts of the robot invisible around her. Like, just from the quote-unquote inside cockpit view. I just think that
is pretty cool.
I just think that's neat. But yeah, I've seen the first episode quite a few times, and it's cool. It's just, I need to get around to watching it. Because most people I know that watch that are like, yeah, I liked it. So... One of those weird anime where everyone I know likes it, and then I look it up and it's like, oh, it has like a fucking 6 on ANN or whatever, and I'm like, what? You never know with anime fans, though.
True.
Anyway, yeah.
It does appear to have some sort of like eyes open mode, since you mentioned those shoulder units are like eyes.
Yeah, I presume that'll come up in a later episode, but it's really cool looking. I love it. Like, yeah. Just where the shoulders are lit up with the, like, these big yellow pupil, or yellow eyes with, like, a very, like, thin slit pupil, and then, like, a dark circle around the outside of them, so it almost has, like, cat eye vibes or something. It's really cool.
Yeah. I also, in my searching, I've found a couple of different places showing a design for a Neo-White Lily. As far as I can tell from my research, this is a persistent fan design rather than anything real.
I believe Jimmy Stone did draw a version of this, though. Let me see if it's what I'm thinking of.
Is that what's going on? Because, like,
I have this, so, of course...
pulled up the, like, last 2 episodes and skimmed through, and I was like, this design is not in here.
Is it the Lilith? This one?
No.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can see Jimmy Stone's thing.
That's really cool.
This was also, I believe, not in the show at all, but I drew it, and this is clearly related, right? Like, looking at the designs.
That's sick.
Okay, so that's not the one you were doing.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's the one other, like, the non-show design I have, for Granbelm, because I don't have an art book or anything. I think I went through Jimmy Stone's Twitter a long time ago and just saved everything related to the show I could find. Mainly because, the reason I did that is because, one, there was no art book, and 2, so it's like his Twitter was like the one place you could find everything. Like, in high quality, I should say. Higher quality than, like, the website had. I even have a couple of... one illustration... Man, his illustrations of this are so cool.
They are.
Because I also have that one saved and one other one here. Cool design, though.
Yeah, this just seems alright.
Yeah. So, I really like this design. I'm trying to think. So, it's a hard one to talk about because, like I said, because I haven't seen the show itself. I do know that when it... Okay, so... Alright, she draws the sword in episode 1, so that sword, the red sword, is around, but it does emit a giant blue beam from it. When she draws it. And then,
Okay.
Yeah, so if you've seen the beam, that's why. And then the first thing she does after controlling it is destroy an opponent by essentially parting the sea with this giant beam. And it's extremely cool.
Huh.
Destroys the opponent, and then this is what, it flashes like the coat of arms for the Armanox there, and then you can see the sea is parted there. It's so cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Yeah. Oh, also, sorry, one more shot, because this is a really nice looking shot of animation here, or this, this frame. with the water raining down on it.
Oh, that is cool.
So yeah, that's the White Lily. It's a really cool design. I think that's basically what it does. I'm assuming it fights with the sword, and then, it has, like, the wings, and then it has the seemingly powered up mode with the eyes. Might be an evil mode, because it feels kind of evil looking. But yeah. So I'm like, we run into that thing where I'm like, well, we're 24 minutes in. Do we want to just talk about the rest of the designs from the...
I mean, as best as we can, there's not a lot of reference material for any of these. The Viola Katze should be fairly easy.
Yeah. But... Okay, those are head Vulcans, by the way. I did find out.
Oh, cool.
Because there is a wiki, and it did mention... Yeah, So, it has 2 of those red swords, by the way. They are called the Mirror Swords. And they can, of course, project enormous beams, as we mentioned. And then it can fire small weak shots from the quote-unquote Vulcans on its head. So, yeah, those are head Vulcans, okay. It also has a shield of some sort, called the Eclair Fleur, that I need to find. I want to see if I can find that real quick. I personally cannot find it. It also has a familiar, and I'm trying to see if I have that in the art. I believe I do. Yes, here it is. So, this is a thing that I know that a few of the designs have, are like these, like, familiars, which I believe just operate kind of as bits, but more magical. Here's the one for the White Lily. You can see them there.
Sure. Okay.
Anyway. Alright, so yeah, this is the Viola Katze, which is used by who I believe is the secondary protagonist.
Seems like.
And yeah, so this design, starting with the head, we've got large black cat ears going on, with these... Oh, here, you know what? Just to have art as well, because I do have the art of this. Or, actually, let me pull the page, because that has the familiar as well. So, sorry, just moving stuff a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have these tall black ears that are very much like doing cat ear things. Inside of them, you have these, like, little, like, these thin green lines running down the front of them. That do glow. You've got not really a lot of other detail going on with the face. You've got, like, like, armor around the top of the head that is coming to a point and rounded right above the face. You've got some armor around the sides of the head. The thing I really like with these is the way that there's this, like, little black spike of armor. I like the way that frames the face. I just think that looks cool. And then the face itself is just like a white mask, though. Very plain white mask. You do have a kind of a yellow cable, it looks like, running around the neck area into the torso.
It's... What machine am I thinking of with that? There's a Gundam machine that has this, like, sharp collar piece with the cable running underneath it, sort of outside.
I am...
Ah, well, it's a Gundam.
But I'm trying to think. There are a lot of designs, but then my brain's going to all the other cables, because there's a lot of cables in Gundam.
There are.
And then also, looks like, it's interesting, because this is a thing I noticed on the White Lily also. So, the White Lily is given, like, on the Motorite, almost like a kind of greenish tinge to the eyes. So is the Lily Cat here, it looks like. Or, sorry, I combine their names. The Viola Katze here. But it looks like in the art it's just yellow for the eyes. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it does look sort of a more greenish yellow on that. But...
For the torso, just a large black rounded torso piece for basically the entire main front of the torso, with a very, like, large green, like, line running around the front of the armor. But it's actually just a singular plate. There's not really other parts to it. For the shoulders, we've got these really large black pieces. They're going around it almost like a cowl. You've got, like, a point on the front a point in between, a point going out the side, so you've got like 3 large points and then a smaller point in between them, kind of with the whole thing. So the front and back plates have these, large petals almost. I want to describe them as petals because you also have some. They have like this. What would you say that color is? Like a magenta underneath.
Yeah,
and
like sort of a magenta or a burgundy or whatever.
When I see the magenta, it just makes me think of like a flower. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost got these like petal-like shoulders going around though, which is really cool. So you've got the large piece on the front and back with having a large green light in the front of them, and then the outer shoulder piece also has a large green light running on it. The outer petal there. But yeah, very large shoulders. So large, in fact, that in the art they're obscuring the arms. Can't really see the arms, but the arms are...
Mm-hmm.
You've got, like, a circular bicep that has, like, a panel line running around... Like, a very, very deep line running around the... the outside of it. And then, for the lower arms, you've got these large black... They're open where the joint is, like, so it's just like these large black sleeves almost, or like not even sleeves, like gloves. It's very much like armor, I guess, in the way that this is all linked together. And then those just end with hand, like, standard hands. The hands are, I believe, pointy, similarly to the white lilies. And you have a little green piece on the outer forearm part. So very simple there for the arm design. For the waist, you've got a large pointy crotch piece with a big green light down the front of it. You have kind of just these small side skirts that go around and protect I guess they do protect the thighs here, but also, like, they go around the top. And then we don't really get a good shot of the rear skirt, though we do have... You have, like, these 2 large plates that might be on the back of it, might be on the rear skirt, it's hard to tell. But this design does have a tail. You have a large section tail that ends with, like, a black pointy piece that then has some pink pointy pieces at the base on the top and bottom, and then yellow pointy pieces on the outside. Just 2 of those, so yeah. Looks like they didn't color correct that on these, but yeah, so these are the pink parts, and then these parts would be yellow on the... They look... Oh, maybe they're... Oh, you know what that is? I think that's just gray, but
that's
with
just
lighting.
The angle changing.
Yeah, and it's just the lighting. It just made it look kind of like a faded yellow in the background. But then I realized it's in the foreground, actually, because of how it's pointing, so yeah. So never mind. Mm-hmm. No yellow. Just pink for the part there.
Easy to think it would be yellow, though, because her bit uses yellow.
Yeah.
Her summon, her whatever.
Familiar. Yeah.
Familiar, sure.
Can't really see the thigh. It looks like the upper thigh, though, has a very similar design to the bicep, where, like, you can kind of see it's got, like, a deep groove in the middle of it, but it's, like, circular. And then for the knees, much like the white lily, these knees are very tall, reaching up past the skirts. You have some nice color separation going on where you have, like, the black and gray. I really like just it doing that. Just because it helps break up the shape on the leg a bit better. So you've got, like, a little embedded piece on the front and then on the sides. And then the toe piece is also in that gray. And then it kind of pops up very Cubile-esque for the feet here. It also, kind of like the shoulders have, a lot of the armor on this is actually pink underneath, or magenta underneath, which is fun. And then you also have high heels on this design as well. Very angular heels, though, too. Like, they have a sharp edge on the front and back of the heel, you can see on the bottom there. And then for the backpack, well, there's not really a backpack. I should say, running from the back of the head, you have, like, a large cowl going back, basically, and covering the back of the design. So, yeah. This is the Viola Katze. It has a funny little familiar that looks like a weird little cat golem, and I love it. Also has cat ears, has like a little pink visor eye, has like these kind of yellowish parts in between like sections of the arm, and the arms are very thick, and then they end in like...
I mean, given the way that's drawn, I would think it's like yellow bendy arms with black bands over them.
Yeah, that for sure, that's what it's doing. And then it's got like little, I think it's only got 3 fingers on the hand maybe, and then like...
Looks like.
Yeah, it's 3 fingers and a thumb. And then you've got these little claws on the wrist armor there. And then these incredibly chunky little legs that also have like little claws on the front.
It might be 2 fingers and a thumb.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. So that finger, thumb. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It also has, what are these things called? These are the Blitz and Nagel, which are swords, but that's actually those are bayonets. They're actually shotguns.
Yeah. Which is really cool. I love that it has these like little it's got these like little designs on the sides of them there. You can kind of see there.
Mm-hmm. Like a little bit of engraving.
It looks really cool. No tactical advantage, but it looks really cool. Yeah, so
which has always felt like a weak part of Snake's criticism, to be honest.
I mean,
it's like he needed one more thing. It's like, okay, no tactical advantage, no tactical disadvantage.
Yeah, no, there's no disadvantage.
It doesn't matter.
Like,
you can't like make fun of someone's car for having a decal on it and be like, it doesn't make you go faster.
I played MGS 5. Big Boss, well, Venom's Snake in that case, but Big Boss is clearly doing bullshit to all of his guns and stuff in that game too, and I'm like, hold on.
Well, you can't really do much cosmetic stuff. You can just attach...
You can make them be made out of fucking bright teal-blue bakelite, okay? Like...
Oh, right, I guess you can. I just never did that, because I'm not insane.
Yeah, no, don't do it. Anyway, for the Viola Cats, again, I don't know if this is in the show or not, but I do know there's a related design. This was also, I believe, posted on his Twitter that I saw it. This is the Viola Cats FF, which...
Finish fast.
Has very tall ears. It changes the design a bit. It's almost like a mixture of the White Lily and the Viola Cats. It's
absolutely
Femme. Oh, Femme Fatale is what I think it is. Femme Fatale. So yeah, but like this head though, like the faces, for instance, like the White Lilies. With the, it's got the mask, but then...
But it has a little bit of the creeping black armor from the cats.
Yeah, but then you've got, like, a purple chin added. The ears are now much taller, and all the lights are white on it. The other part that changes is the shoulders just are the White Lily shoulders, but in black, with these large white lights on the front of it. The arms also, the little, they're shaped more like they have a... Not quite the White Lilies, but they're not shaped like the original Viola Cats either. They are, like, very pointy and, like, large. And then they have this large white blade on the outside of them. The knees are similar to the Viola Cats, but with, like, the little gray piece on the front replaced with a big embedded white jewel. The heels are now also, like, this kind of, like, indigo color. And you can see
it's a
underfoot
hard color. Indigo is right, but it is one of those hard colors to kind of like the way that it like the shadow versus light plays on it is really kind of disorienting.
It looks more blue at the bottom and then more purple at the top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2 large white wings on the back. Now this itself, oh right, and the other change is the torso is the thing that has the biggest change. It has like 2 yellow eyes and like a little like red opening on the front of it that is like stands
just
out
like a big
sharply.
cannon, probably.
Yeah. Now this itself has an alternate mode, the New Moon mode, which, or I say it's a mode. It's a different version. You can see this version of it has the original Viola Cat's shoulders, but with the eyes on them, and then like the pedal parts are just bigger in general going around it. And then it also has the tail again, and the tail is now much sharper and edgier.
Much more draconic.
I really like how that looks also. Both these designs, incredibly cool. Don't think they show up in the show, but I wanted to show them because they are both really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Again, obtained from Jimmy Stone's Twitter. As far as I know, they didn't do like anything else Granbelm after the show, so like a movie or anything. So, all right. So that's the Viola Cats.
For a lot of the remaining units, I have really weird, janky sources.
I have good art of the rest of them. There are a total of...
Just as a sample of what I was working with, I was working with the Hobby Link Japan keychains.
Oh, amazing! Yes, so
which it's what I could find.
The Aconite Gris, or it's GR. No, I guess it is Gris actually, because I'm looking at the. You know what? Let me actually post the. I have these pages. These aren't. I have pages from a book, but they're clearly like only sections, and this is like. Page 27, I only have the mecha pages. They were all I can find. This is not due to me only being a mecha nerd. I just literally could not find this book in its entirety. So, yeah, this is the Aconite Gris. This is a very red design. Kind of just going to go through these quick, just because more just showing them to the viewer and going, oh, I think these are cool. But you've got a head that is red with a point on the back of it. In between the point in the middle and then these outer, like, ear points, you've got these dark black, like, horns that are swept back, which is really cool. You have, like, almost like a crown of forehead jewels. You've got, like, a green jewel in the middle and these pink jewels on either side of it.
Very teardrop shaped.
Mm-hmm. And then for the face, you have a black mask with, like, or, like, a gray mask with, like, it's got these, like, little darker details on it, so it's got, like, these little vent cuts on it. You also have, like, cheek vents on the red armor on the sides of the head that goes all the way back to a point, as mentioned. And then yellow eyes embedded in there. For the torso, you've got black armor with, like, a large green, like... I believe these are, like, green pectoral parts. There's one on either side. You just can't see the other side because there's, the middle armor of the torso is pointy and, covering it there. And then underneath, like, the green parts, you almost have tusks going on or something. Like, these large pink, spiky parts going on underneath these, green jewel parts on the chest. For the shoulders, you've got dark purple shoulders over the top. You have, like, solid armor over the top, and then these large, gigantic jewel-like pieces that go around, like, teeth, almost, that get bigger as you go out until you hit the outermost one, which is, like, the largest point, just going around the bottom of these shoulders. So it's almost like, flames or teeth going on with it. It's really cool looking. Then you've got gray, kind of bellowed biceps. You can see them there on the separated arm part. You've got, for the lower arms, a few sections of red armor. The area right below the elbow does have, like, a little sharp point coming out of it, and then the wrists have these little green jewels embedded in them. And then you've got armored fingers that are also in the purple color. For the crotch piece, you've got a red armor piece with a thick edge on the front of it, and then you've got these little, like, purple designs on the side of it. Can't really see the rear all that well. It does have, like, these two, like, tailcoat pieces that are, like, as side skirts just swept back that you can see on the rear art. No real rear skirt, though, it looks like. And then, for the legs, gray section for the top of the legs, for the thighs. And then as you go down the leg, though, lots of this red armor that is just, there are three distinct layers. You have, like, a knee layer, the lower leg layer, and then the foot, which is very pointy armor going up. You also have a very thick heel on this design as well. And then finally, no real backpack or anything. You can see for weapon, there's, like, this large halberd. It's got, like, a spear on the top, a big energy axe on the front, and then, like, almost like a bat wing looking pick on the back of it, which is really cool. And then on the left arm, you can see it's got, like, a large shield that is, like, red and gold, weirdly. And then you've got, like, this green light around the base of it. So it's just, like, it's like a red shield with this large golden spike layer going around the outside of it. that like has some parts of it wrapping around the top and bottom, and then
it's got a GN drive.
And then it's got like a GN drive on the bottom, around that ring. And then for the familiar, you've got these funny little soldier guys that basically look like the same design, but less extra. But like the legs are the same design. The shoulders are similar, but not as pointy. It's more like conventional armor, etc. And
apparently she uses them as decoys, and then the main attack that this thing does is it can magically control ice and fire. So.
Okay. We also, this design does, and this is in the show, have like an upgrade later, the Aconite Renata, which, it's really hard to see because this made the transparency layer be like white, but like, let me take a screenshot. Has hair, is how I would describe this. There's my file for it. So you can see that a bit better with the transparency.
Oh, wow.
So the main changes are the crown on the head is bigger, the horns have gotten bigger, basically all the features have become more exaggerated, is maybe how I would describe it, right? Like, the shoulder spikes are pointier and, like, brighter. The mask now has a mouth open on it, which is really cool. Like, it looks like the mask split open with, like, this green inside of it. But basically everything gets more exaggerated on the design, is how I would describe it. And then it gets this, like, white mane of hair on the back of it, very thick, going back. Looks cool. Alright. Then we only have...
do the Drosela Nocturne left next?
There's 3 designs left, actually. Sorry.
There are more than 3 designs left.
What?
I might have to supply some things. That's fine.
So I was going to say, next up, I was actually going to pick, because of order, the Anthurium.
Okay, sure.
Crest Anthurium, yeah. So, yeah, this is a sort of like a very, like, green, but like a very pale green design. For the head, you've got an orange jewel on the front, some white stripes running towards the back. You have, like, a double, like, energy feather thing going on, similar to the White Lilies ones on the Vulcans, just as, like, a head crest in the middle. You have several layers of armor going on, like, with the head and the back. Like, you have 2 extra layers of rounded armor going around the back, which is fun. And then you've got these, like, little yellowish, like, hooked pieces around the cheeks. Then for the face, it's got, like, a more... It's kind of a bluish cut, more of a bluish than the... I don't know, it's all, like, teal on this design, so it's very blue-green for a lot of the color, right? Like... But yeah, it's a darker version of that color for the face, with yellow eyes in there. And then for the torso, you've got several, like, pleated layers of armor going on. Like, you have a top layer. The pointier sections of these each have, like, a white stripe on them. So you've got a top layer, a middle layer. You've got, like, a little bit of yellow embedded in the middle of the chest, and then more of these, like, little energy parts on the outside, again, kind of evoking eyes, because it's got, 2 of them. A lot of them have, like, that sort of pseudo-face thing going on with the chest. And then for the shoulders, simple armor, just, the teal on the top, and then the kind of off-white around the base of it. Huge bicep, though. It's the same design as all these other ones, where it's, like, the bellowed kind of, like, black layers like that. But it's huge on this design. And then for the forearm, really large forearm. Like, basically it has a shield on the outside of each of the arms here. That has some of the off-white running around the outside, and then a large orange jewel on the inside of it. You can see there's actually, like, a smaller arm on the inside, though we don't really get a good look at that because it's just wearing the shields on the arms at all times. For the waist, you have a crotch piece with the large off-white line in the middle of it. You have a large rear skirt piece that is just like a big spiky tail coming off the back. Then for the legs, you've got the dark thigh color. You've got a smaller knee layer, still relatively tall, all things considered, but smaller knee layer than the other designs. This also all has white stripes going down the middle of them, I should say, for the leg. The lower leg armor, the calves, you have sort of an asymmetrical design. It's got like this big opening on the outside, and then that actually has the off-white running around it, which is kind of fun. And then for the feet, you've got just like a toe and a heel that look very similar and are like coming down at a thin, like, triangular point. Like, how would I describe these? They're very similar to each other, though. Very weird feet.
Yeah, they're very, like...
This design
like
feels
horseshoe.
very buggy to me.
Kinda.
Is how I would describe it.
I guess I could see it. Sure.
I just feel like all the layers are buggy. Now, of course, it's familiar as an owl. So it's like this little owl down there. And then its main weapon seems to be like a large bladed boomerang. With like a handle on the back of it. It feels like it would be like a large throwing weapon, though, right? Just given the shape of it. And it's just like gold with some jewels on the front of it. And yeah,
the pilot's outfit is crazy.
Yeah. I remember her from episode 1. She shows up. She's the one who gets blown up. She's not dead, I don't think, from it. But yeah.
She might be.
Oh, did she die in episode 1?
I've done about I genuinely don't know. What I know is that the little bit of reading I've done over the course of researching here is this show seems kind of grim.
Oh, fair enough. Oh,
I don't know, but
I'm a dummy. I now see. Now we have 3 designs left. All right, so we went through that one really quick. All right, now the one you had mentioned, the Drosela Nocturne. This one's a little mage, and I love it. So, you've got this one. Gonna be weird to describe because it's basically wearing a giant cowl over its whole body. Of which we cannot see the underneath of it. So, you've got like a large...
Well, we can, though, at the bottom there, right?
Oh, is that? I thought that was its spirit.
Oh, you're probably right.
Sorry, familiar. But yeah. So, we never really see underneath this, but you've got like a black visor face with like a large cowl over it. The cowl has these 2 glowing parts on the top, again, giving it more eyes that aren't its eyes vibes. The cowl runs towards the back. It's all armored cowl for, like, the middle headpiece here, and then that even, like, combines with, like, the torso and shoulders, where it's, like, all in this, like, lilac kind of purplish color. But then you have, like, more of an actual cape running along the back, is how it looks. That's in a darker color. For the torso section, though, you've got, like, this large cloth-like piece going down and covering the front with a little jewel embedded in it. You can see a little bit of the underneath torso. There are some, like, lights on the pectoral area that you can kind of see there. For the shoulders, you have these dark, what are these reminding me of? It's reminding me of like not a frock. Like the priest things, though, the little things.
Vestments.
Vestments, yeah. Like you have these dark purple, like, vestments going on the shoulders here, like going over and towards the back. And then you have a large outer shoulder piece that's just more armor, but that's part of like that main quote-unquote cowl. You also have like a little embedded, like the shoulder actually has like a little glowy part on it. Like on the upper arm there. And then the forearms, weirdly, are kind of long on this. Like, because they go all the way almost down to its feet. And very armored. These have, like, it has almost the most organic, like, armored look, though. Like, looks very much like a normal wrist, which is really cool. Like, just, more humanoid in general. Instead of, like, just having the giant forearms. Which I think is very fun. I can't describe the lower body at all, though, because it's all covered by the hood here in cowl. So it's all just, purple cloth.
Mm-hmm.
And then its weapon...
Or, like, metal layered to imitate cloth, really.
Yeah. And then you've got its weapon, which is a staff that almost looks like a cobra to me, with the way it's got, like, you've got, like, a little face here.
Yes, absolutely.
It's got, like, a little red jewel with, like, a skull on it, and then the outer part of it is what looks like a cobra. It's got, like, a yellow inner lining of the cobra hood there. has like a little green spike coming off the top, and then yeah, so it's got like a little magical rod. And it's got these like freaky little whatever these are as like its familiars. I don't know what they are, but they're weird. They're jellyfish because it says Medusa is what they're called. Okay, that makes sense because Medusa is usually.
I should have been doing this. I've got too many tabs open trying to get the snippets of information we can. So reading about powers so far.
Yeah.
White Lily. Sword that can emit a bit of blue energy beam, machine gun on each head, we knew those. Pink energy barrier that can turn into a flower. It's got a special black sword when she gets mad. It's got the summon orca, and then it's got the twin red swords that can fire black energy beams. The Viola Katze has sword, beam shot, teleport, magic circles for defense, shadow hands that grab you, and then a sword and shield and a spear.
This is also essentially, it is a mecha magical girl show, if you didn't already guess this. But yeah.
Aconite Gris, let's see, fireballs, heat cannon underneath its shield, magic circles.
Oh, that's why it has the GN drive on the shield, okay.
Flaming tornado, icicles, and then creating limbs out of fire or ice. And the Nocturne here, purple energy beams, strings, purple fireballs, the staff can turn into a Naginata, can summon that Medusa thing, as we mentioned.
I should say, unlike the other spirits, though, the Medusa is apparently, like, huge. So it's giant jellyfish, basically.
Well, I believe the Katze also has a huge one.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
It can also teleport and do blue beam funnels.
Okay, cool.
It can do a lot. This one, just is really going ham with.
It's a mage. I mean, look at the damn thing.
Yeah, I do really like the pose here. That's why I posted it.
It's really cool.
One, the way the hood is posed here plays into that Cobra look with the glowing bits on top. And then also, you can see, because the way this works is, they're imitating their pilot. You can see the pilot just doing, like, sort of silly-looking jazz hands, but it makes her mecha behind her do this terrifying, like, I'm going to destroy you pose.
Yeah, or, as I thought when I saw it, ooh, it's the fucking wizard, is what I kept thinking when I saw it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
2 more designs now. This is the one I had forgotten about, which is funny, because this one's actually really cool. This is the Ji Guan. Oh. Did I post that twice? Sorry.
You did. But that's fine.
So, this page is burying the lead a little, because this has an open mode. This can be seen here. So this one is like I know this one's huge, also, compared to the others. And it appears to be like a giant, like, I guess, mobile armor is how I would describe this. So, its original mode that we see it in, at least I'm assuming this is what we originally see it in, is like a...
Yes.
It's like a dragon head, almost, right? Like, you've got these horns with these large green energy, like, little points coming out of the back of them. You've got, like, this red visory, like, face thing going on with these large purple eyes on the outside of them. You've got, like, another layer around the bottom of the face and quote-unquote, like, mouth area. It's got, like, a little shiny green part at the very front of the face, some, like, little bladed parts down here. You have a large green jewel on the top of the, what I would describe as the head here. And then, as you go back, though, it's just got these, like, you've got this, like, dark bluish part that goes into each one of these, like, bend around into an arm. And then these arms are just big pointy parts that have a huge part swept back. They're just, like, big punchy arms. They've got, like, you got, like, a green jewel on the front, a green jewel embedded in the middle, and then, like, a green spike on the back. And then, as it goes back, it just has more and more of a tail going towards the back. And what it actually turns into, though, it has this open mode, as it's called, which transforms it, and it looks incredibly cool. I really like how this one looks, which is why I feel bad that I forgot about it. It's not my favorite of the ones. The very last one's actually my favorite, but yeah. Anyway. So this one, though, the way it transformed, it kind of became like a weird plant thing, is how I would describe this. You've got like a green, like, spiky area around the base of the head. You've got a pink, like, hollowed out sort of horn running around, like popped up around the middle there. You can see it's like hollow in the middle though. You've got these two little energy horns swept back from in between those and the rest of the head. You have this very menacing looking face because it's got these like really small green eyes in there with little green mask, and then almost like these mandibles, like these pink mandible parts going around the side with the way these cheek vents look, or these cheek armor looks. For the torso though, you've got pink around the top middle, you've got this large yellow core, you've got a green part on the top of either pectoral with like a little pink armor going around that core, and then you've got going into the lower half of the body just like a bunch of these like wiggly sharp bits of armor that are just like layered together, sort of like the Epion's whip or something is maybe how I describe this, like for other mecha comparisons, but it's just, you know, it's like
sure,
a bunch of armor that is meant to be flexible.
I mean, it looks like a Star Fox 64 boss.
Yeah. Then for the shoulders, you've got like blue around the base, pink around the front with these large green jewels on the top. The arms themselves do the same thing as the torso. Looks like they even can stretch because like the left arm is done a bit smaller here, while the right arm is extended, so it's got like these flexible, stretchy arms going on here. Presumably, because of the stretchability, you can see the arms themselves, like when you get to the forearms, are like these really large arms that have a very large hollow in them. So presumably, like, you know, it collapses the armor into there. And then you've got this large green blade on the outside of the arm. The fingers themselves are also... They're like glowing with energy, and they feel like they would just all be like little like bladed fingers is kind of the vibe I get from them here. And it looks like it only has 3 fingers also. It has like an...
Yeah, I think so.
Like a thumb and then 2 fingers. And then the lower part of the body finally doesn't really have legs or anything. It's almost like a flower that it's emerging from, or like a plant. You've got a bunch of this green armor. It has a hole in the front. You've got like a pink glowing part on the bottom. It ends in a point at the bottom. I think this design's incredibly cool for like a monstrous mobile armor for this show. I think it's really neat. And yeah, you can see it's quite large.
It looks like a mix of like Viper from Dota 2 and like a plant in its you know, armor form as opposed to its shmup boss form.
Yeah. Anyway. Final design, and maybe my favorite of these. This is the Setsugetsu Baika. And the name is spelled in kanji, so I don't know what that means, but I always see it as... Sometimes they spell it as Setsugetsu, but I think it would just be Setsugetsu, because I'm like, well, if it's kanji, isn't it a word? But anyway. So this final one, this one has a butterfly motif going on. You've got pink armor for the head. You have black antenna that have like these little pink coverings on the front of where they're connected to on the head, which I really like. And then the antenna are just swept back. You've got like a embedded pink jewel in the middle of the head. You've got darker pink eyes, I will say. And then like for the cheek area, you have like little cheek vents. And then the face is just like a very plain mask, very simple. For the torso, you've got the midsection, which has kind of a fancy armor thing going on. Like you've got like this filigree on the top and bottom. Then you've got almost looks like a little magatama or something is what that reminds me of for the shape in the middle there. Like, you get what I mean, right?
I do.
Yeah. And then you got like a glowy part for the midsection, and then you've got the pectoral armor, which are pink around the front, and then they have more of that filigree on the outside. For the shoulders, you've got these very simple... I like that it's like... It looks like it's all one piece, rather than being sections. Like, it's just like one big folded piece of metal with, these little pink orbs embedded in it, and these orbs have more of that filigree around it. It has almost, it kind of reminds me of when we're looking at like the SD, some of the SD designs, like, you know, where it's like
sure
got like the filigree with all the little
Sengoku
swirls.
Ketsuden.
Yeah, it's got all the little swirls in the middle of it. A lot simpler than that though overall. The arms, very similar to the others. You got like a ball base connected into the torso, and then, you know, these sections of black that are like bellowed down for the forearms. Pink armor with a orb like around the sort of wrist outside area there on the bottom, and then black fingers. For the crotch, you just have a sort of T-shaped crotch piece. No real skirt, though it has like a little orb tail, like a little bunny tail on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's cute.
And then for the legs, they are all black, and it kind of does this fun thing with the leg armor where it's like just like almost a column of armor. Like we see it bend in the show, and you can see like these little panel lines that maybe are like where it could like, you know, extend from or like, you know, bend at. But like the way it's drawn is just almost like a big pillar with like an edge on the front and back of it. And it's really funny because like this is a very simple design, but it's like my favorite because I love this head mostly is why.
And like the I think the head's really good. I think the really pale like pastel pink is really nice. The fan stuff is really cool.
So it has a folding fan that when it is folded looks like, you know, like almost like a beam saber or something, right? Just because, you know, it's a folded fan and it's just got this, it's like a very square beam saber coming out of it. And then, of course, it can unfold them, and then it's got, like, a full energy fan thing going on. And then its spirit are these... I really like them. It looks like a butterfly, but, like, with the body as, like, a chrysalis still, which is kind of fun. Kind of reminds me of a sea angel, which is probably why I like it so much. I really like sea angels. For those who have not seen a sea angel, just pulling up a picture of one real quick. This is a sea angel. It's like a sea angel, which makes sense because sometimes sea angels can be called sea butterflies, which is really funny because more colloquially, the thing they eat are sea butterflies. But yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's the final design, I believe. Or do you have any secret ones to reveal?
I have a secret one, but I can't unfortunately say very much about it.
Okay.
Because while I was trying to confirm whether or not Neo White Lily is real, no, it's not. I was skimming through the last couple of episodes of the show, and there's a final boss, and I don't know what this thing is.
Oh, this is okay. So what I could see, apparently this is the. I'm trying to see if I can find the name of it. The Mechapedia seems to call this the Cellar Door Nocturne. And I can see this looks like this was like a promo image to advertise it here. Because it's like, it's got... Okay, hold on. Cellar... Yes, that is Cellar Door Nocturne. Okay, I can see the katakana up there.
Does that make it like the mid-season upgrade for the Drosela Nocturne?
Maybe it is, yeah. So maybe this is what it's like underneath. Well, no, because the arms are changed and whatnot, so it's not really this, but yeah. So for this final design, you've got a purple head with these horns jutting out, one in the middle and one on either side. The middle horn has like some blue energy in it. The armor for like the cheek area actually runs down to the torso, so it almost looks like hair. You have like a little white mask in there, no visible eyes or anything going on. Even this side profile looks like it's just like black there. For the torso, you've got the midsection and pectoral armor thing going on. They have blue energy in the middle of them, and the way it looks from the front is like it runs like a sort of like, not quite a U shape, but like it runs through the torso though, the blue energy. Mm-hmm. For the shoulders, you have these huge blue plates on the front that have like these little white dots on the front, which is very strange, just seeing these like spots like that. Now in the show it glows, so that makes it like feel a bit more normal, but when I see it in flat colors, it's just weird to see polka dots like this on a design. Then you've got purple armor in the middle. In between the purple and the blue armor, there are some white horns, both on the front and back. And then in the middle of the purple armor for the shoulder, there's also a giant white horn coming up. Below the middle of the shoulder, you've got like this big blue orb, and then you've got these... you basically have like a cape running down. Oh, are they doing... No, that's not... That can't be an official model. Is it? No, that's not a Motoroid.
I don't know.
Okay, that's definitely not a
the
Motoroid.
Way it's
and the way it's got that stand.
I don't think it's fan art from the way I found it used, but it might have been like a mock-up that never went further in planning or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, so you got like these large cape pieces attached to the shoulder though, around the side and then the back. For the arms, black belted pieces on the upper arm, you can barely see them, but it does seem to do the same thing as the rest of them. Then you've got purple armor for the base of the arm. You have a black, like, not even quite black, like a dark plum piece around the wrist here, with some blue on the outside of it, and then a white spike coming off the back. The hands are just purple armored hands, very similar to a lot of the ones we've seen. For the waist, you've got a crotch piece that hangs down pretty low, very much like a, like it's wearing clothes or something, like it's wearing a belt or something that is hanging low. You've got black parts for the thighs. You have these large purple knee parts popped up, and then at the bottom of them you have some blue embedded armor. And then like the lower leg and foot are all just kind of one piece, and it kind of doesn't even have heels, it just has like a toe. Like the heel is actually pulled up, so like theoretically this is just floating, it is not standing ever anyway. But yeah, so it's just got these pointy toe pieces. You have a large blade on the front of each of the feet too, very similar to the one on the head where it's like a white blade with like a little blue piece in the middle of it. Yeah, this is a cool design.
I have one final surprise, which I assume is another design that just didn't end up making it into the show.
Okay.
This is the Setsugetsu Baika Kishin Kyougetsu.
Oh, okay. Let's see that. I haven't seen that. Okay. Ooh. It grew wings. And also the wrist parts, it looks like, became more... They also have that kind of Magatama shape.
And also it's mostly gotten rid of like the black and is all just that, like a soft white and pink.
Okay, I couldn't tell if that was like just a sketch color or not for how that
I
looks.
assume not, but I guess I don't know for sure.
Actually, it does turn out the wrist does have that Magatama shape. I didn't notice that when I was looking from far away here. But yeah.
Maybe this was just I don't know very much about this sketch. Maybe this was just
This might even be in the show actually. This might just be a mode
right.
it has in the show where it just grows wings from these shoulder parts. But I haven't gotten that far, so I don't know for sure. But hey, I figured we should just bring up all of the designs because, you know, they're all here.
Agree.
And yeah, and that turned into... I mean, still is like a pretty normal episode length after going over the entire show. So yeah, so Six, where can people find you in your work?
You can find me on Blue Sky at 6 Detmar at bluesky.social. I'll probably fix it at some point. And then you can find my work at scanlandmedia.com or patreon.com/scanlandmedia. Or you can join us over on the Scanland Media Discord, linked down in the show notes, if you want to talk to us and make requests of your own, like this Granbelm request here, which was, of course, just for the White Lily, but that's not an episode, so we did the whole show.
Yeah, it just would have been a 20-minute thing, and then it would be like, oh, well, may as well just, you know.
We want to have more fun than that.
Yeah. All right. And then
right.
You can find me
What about you?
over at lowpolyrobot.bluesky.social, and I just kind of post stuff I'm into. Recently I discovered the art of Zdzislaw Beksinski. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I was really enjoying his art. And then that was when I learned, even though he's a famous painter, you know, or famous artist, lots of art, sometimes it's really hard to find art at high quality, even when it's by known figures online, and it's very annoying. You would think there would just be like a gallery website that would just collate everything into like the highest quality possible, but no, that is not true, and it makes me sad.
I would never dare think.
Anyway.
That's for other people.
Yeah.
I know my place.
Okay. Anyway. Well.
I'm not offended by your dismissal because I don't think.
God damn it, okay.
Peace.
Peace.